Greetings and manners. Let me take you on a journey through history, starting with the Maroons of Moortown. First free black settlement of Jamaica. We'll speak about our ancestors, and I'll show you the original jerk recipe. Then I'll take you to a unique African restaurant where we'll go deeper into our roots. I'll cook some Ethiopian injera. We'll discuss unity, empowerment, as we share some good vibration. I will run with Rihanna Liston, the future of Jamaica track and field. This will be uplifting, but also a funny part of our journey. Are you ready?
I'm living for the young and the old, the blind and the deaf and the dumb, as you know.
My name is Rohan Marley. I was born in Jamaica, but I've lived most of my life in America. The truth is, the moment you step foot in Jamaica, man, there's something special about this place. The food, the people, the culture. A taste of Marley is a journey around Jamaica. I'll make you discover the spirit and the beauty of my country.
Granny Nanny como,
Yeah, yeah,
Granny Nanny como,
yeah, yeah,
you bring girl, you bring boy, come back to the rubber, you bring girl, you bring boy, Granny Nanny como, Granny Nanny come, you come down a boy, you bring girl, you bring boy, come back to the rubber,
Located in the Blue Mountains, Moortown is an historic part of our country, and it's the first free black settlement. It was founded in 1740, around 100 years after the British colonization. Today's a blessing. I have been waiting for this long, long time. Oh, finally we're here in Moortown. You know, it's my dream as a child to always want to visit Nanny's place, you know? So here we are. Moortown. Wow, happy to be here.
Another time, Akwaba.
Another time, Akwaba.
Welcome.
welcome.
Akwaba Baka River. Welcome to Moortown.
This community is amongst the most independent on the island. It's a sovereignty. The colonel is the head of the state, so I give thanks for his invitation.
Asuma, Waka.
Rastafari. And what I just did is show my respect unto the ancestors of this great, great, great region, the untouchables, I call it. Such as it is here, so I must also be.
So from here now, we can proceed to the waterfall, Nanny Fall.
Akwaba upon the river.
This is like a dome stairs plant. We use it for making beads, like necklaces and bracelets and things like that.
Oh, these are the ones you made the beads with.
We as children, you know, you grow up around here, you learn to do everything for yourself. Meaning that you didn't grow up as any kind of handicap way. Everybody has to go out there as children and you learn to do your parents and the elders will have to teach you how to do these things. But I mean, since, you know, you have this era of what you call information technology, right? You know, a lot of children you can go to the store any day of the week and you can buy a piece of toy.
Right.
In my days, it wasn't like that.
Right.
You just have to just make your things and you work with them and it works well. And you enjoy doing it, you know? And you have a great appreciation for it.
Right.
But, you know, we try our best to inculcate these things in the children, knowing pretty well the time that we are living in and how you know, things do evolve.
Right.
So that is why we have the cultural center where we, you know, we can sit them down and we can teach them how to do all the various things that is required.
I want to know about like the history of Nanny and the movement, how it began.
So, all right. Nanny came to Jamaica and thing. Right. One thing we know, she wasn't really a slave on a plantation. She came in on a ship.
She was not a slave
on a plantation.
Right. Granny Nanny is a national hero and she's the first queen of the Maroons. The boat that took her from Africa to America wrecked around Port Antonio, and she managed to escape in the Blue Mountains, where she fought for many years. She's now on the Jamaican $500 bill.
Her ship wrecked.
Yeah, and they made their way off the ship up into the Rio Grande Valley to Golden Vale. They established the first free black settlement at a place that we call Pumpkin Hill.
Right.
Right, that is where they were living first.
Nanny was a very powerful woman. She was the priestess, communicating with the spirits of her ancestors, but also chiefess, military leader of the free people.
She was also the queen of the community, and
So
she was our mother.
She's everything.
So that is why today, if we say we are Granny Nanny Yo-Yo, we mean that we are all children of Granny Nanny. The fact that you are living in the community and your four parents are living there and you come from there, she was a mother, then we are our children. So we are Granny Nanny Yo-Yo.
So but one of my questions also I wanted to tie into that was, so where's Nanny?
Where's Nanny from?
Yeah.
All right, okay. The songs that we sing, the Cromanti songs, right? They're like the keepers of our history. The songs might sound, to the casual listener, it might sound a little bit outlandish. It might sound, hey, these things that these people are singing don't make no sense.
Right.
But when we say, okay, Granny Nanny Komo, Yahweh Yanemi. Granny Nanny Komo, Yahweh Yanemi. Bibina Hanabo, Yahweh Yanemi. She bring boy, she bring girl, Yahweh Yanemi. It's a piece of Cromanti, country Cromanti. And I know you never listened keenly, I never understand what I said, but I told her where Granny Nanny came from in the song.
Say it again one more time. I say I can't catch it. Say, try me.
Yeah, okay. Granny Nanny Komo, Yahweh Yanemi. Granny Nanny Komo. So if I am singing, right, and I say Granny Nanny Komo, the others are going to say Yahweh Yanemi. That's the chorus.
Yanemi.
That's all they have to say. And the lead singer is going to say Granny Nanny Komo, and the other one is going to say Yahweh Yanemi. Bibina Hanabo, Yahweh.
Yanemi.
So I told her that she came from Hanabo in Africa.
Hanabo.
Anabu is in Ghana, where Granny Nanny comes from. The colonel tells me that everybody calls them Maroons, but they refer to themselves as Yenkunkuno, which means unity.
Yankunkuno.
Yeah, so Yankunkuno, right? If you go back to Ghana today, it really means people who live together.
Sure.
People who fight together. You see kind of a brotherhood, right?
Unity.
Unity, right? That is what free people, independent people, that is what it means, right? All right, as a matter of fact, this is the best scene we can ever use because in a short while, we are going to be recreating a Maroon village here.
Right.
Original Maroon village.
Yes.
To depict the original Nanny town that was in the Blue Mountain. Because many times when people come to the community, they expect to find a community as it was 250 years ago. And we are saying, no, it can't work like that. So therefore, we have allotted this amount of land, and we're going to be putting like maybe about 10 huts, right? Traditional as much as we can. The only thing is that one of them will be used for exhibition purpose, and the others will be used for living accommodation where people can come and stay overnight for a week or whatever. And we can do that as a part of our ecotourism project, as a part of our heritage tourism project.
We are now on our way to Nanny Fall, the gem of Moortown.
So this here, cocoon, right?
Cocoon.
And this is a bean, right? And it goes on a vine. And this is the vine of the cocoon that they use for making the camouflage in most instances, right?
This is food?
This is food.
No, all my life.
Yeah.
I never. No way.
Wait a sec. I knew the cocoon bead was used to make jewelry like necklaces, but I never thought it could be eaten. I can't wait to cook with the colonel and find out how it tastes.
Busy?
Yeah, busy.
So Busy is original cola?
Yeah, this is the original cola.
Wow.
Because they call it cola nut, right?
Yeah.
This is what they had used originally until, everything taken over by chemical.
Right.
But you keep it when it dry properly, it becomes dark in color. You can grate it. You make a tea with it.
The busy nut is Jamaica's go-to remedy. You can find busy tea in every shop on the island.
So, is this the beautiful falls you're
This is
telling
the
me
beautiful
about?
fall we have. Nanny Fall, we can
Nanny
sit
Fall.
here,
Can
right?
we go down there
Yeah,
too?
we're gonna go down there.
Okay.
We're gonna go down.
Wow, beautiful.
Took me 45 years before I finally met Nanny. As I'm full joy in this spiritual moment, I will let you do the same. Full joy. When we return, we'll cook the original jerk recipe.
Okay, so we're going to see what.
Right. Okay.
This is where I live.
Nice.
Victor! You bring the cocoon thing?
Yes, it's coming right.
Yeah? All right, okay.
Jerk is a style of cooking created in Jamaica. The meat is dry rubbed or marinated with a mixture of herbs and spices. Jerk seasoning principally relies on two items, pimento and Scotch bonnet pepper.
So this is it. This is the seasoning. It's already prepared.
This is all-purpose.
All-purpose seasoning. Pimento.
Fresh Scotch bonnet pepper.
Scotch bonnet.
We have some onion, we have a little olive oil, some jerk seasoning.
These are like, you know, the freshwater fish.
Yeah. Just leave the next one like this.
The jerk was invented in the mountains by the Maroons, but it's now everywhere around the island, on every corner, in every town, and it became the most famous Jamaican dish in the world. There are many techniques, in the barrels, under the earth, over charcoal. The idea is to cook the meat or the fish long enough to give it a delicious, smoky, spicy taste. Since I don't eat meat though, they were kind enough to prepare a jerk fish.
Normally, you would put it in the earth, but it's too wet.
Yes, it's too wet.
So you just make it.
How did jerk come about?
It just come about in the same manner, because when you would have gone hunting, right, over footprints, and you are like far away from your base camp, right? Maybe you're more than like a day walk, you're gonna take you more than a day. So when you kill an animal, you want to preserve it. So you will prepare it, because in the forest there are many spices, right? They're like the wild cinnamon, there's like, that one is like, you know, it looks like pimento, but it's actually a bay leaf, right? Make good seasoning. And there are other things like pepper heller and stuff like that that you have in the bush, right? And you use them. You season up your thing, you cook it. It takes a lot of the water out of the meat, so it makes it lighter, and it preserves it.
Right.
You can save for longer. Then you can take it back to your base camp. There was no refrigerator, you know. So you have to work with you have to work with what was available for you at the point in time.
So the jerk is a technique that was really started from hiding the smoke.
Right. You have to cook, and you don't want your smoke going too far, so that the enemies can see. You have to improvise. So you come up with a lot of, innovative way of doing things. So if I go out in the field and I want to cook something, right? I don't have any pot, but I have to cook. So I will dig a hole in the ground, and I will line it off with leaves, and then I pour the water in there. I peel my food, and I put the food inside there, and I make the fire on top of it. At the end of the day, it's cooked. Only thing that the fire is on top.
The fish is ready. The smell is amazing. I can't wait to dip and dab into it.
We're going to try the fish.
Ah. Try now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hold on. Put some of this on it. Yeah. You know, we travel with our own sauce.
Yeah, it makes sense, you know?
Yeah, because we combine our heritage.
Yeah.
Yen
Kunkuno.
kunkuno. Yen kunkuno.
In the spirit of Yankunkuno, we shared this fish together.
It's tasty.
I love it, right?
It's kind of like different from those farm fishes when you say fresh fish, so it's good.
Give me a piece of that, chef. You know me, it was my first time having freshwater fish ever.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, man.
Ethiopia.
Not true. I had it in Ethiopia on top of the Nile.
Oh,
Right.
the Blue Nile.
Yeah. So that's why. Yeah, that's why I like it.
After this amazing fish, I remembered about the cocoon bead, the promise from the colonel to teach me how to cook it.
So this is cocoon. This is cocoon, right? So on my farm in Chepstow, I have a lot of this, but I always saw this as like a jewelry. I never knew cocoon was food. So we're gonna try the cocoon rundown.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I want to show you now, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So this is the coconut.
Uh-huh.
This is the cocoon, right?
Ooh, that look like meat though.
Once it's done, you can start eating from now. You know.
Okay, so
Yo, where has that? You want jerk cockle?
that's the first time I ever taste that thing. Need some hot sauce on that one. Right now,
Yeah.
Colonel's preparing the onion for the cocoon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the cocoon in the coconut milk with some onion, and we're gonna season it up right now.
We're gonna be doing the garlic now.
Add some onions, and add a little garlic.
This is for the color, right? This one is the annatto.
Annatto.
Yeah, you're gonna use the annatto seeds. You put them in the strainer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't wanna leave the seeds in the pot, right?
Right. Ginger roots, and then
Secret spice.
secret spice. Secret spice. Wow, it looks secret for real.
Oh, wait.
Look, it's boiling. Look. You don't put the annatto seed directly into your preparation because it's super strong and flavorful, like turmeric. So you only use it to give color and flavor to the coconut milk.
You don't want the beans to go in the pan, right?
My part now. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, so I gotta stir a little, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, this looks good. I can't wait to have this. Right now, we're waiting for the special cocoon rundown, which I've never had in my life. I never knew I could eat this thing. It's amazing.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it smells delicious. You know, in our custom, we don't normally smell the food. Once the cocoon was ready, Victor serves it with boiled banana, white yam, a true Ital dish straight from the earth. Nice. Ital classic.
This is a strictly vegetarian meal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something you eat from the land.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is there. You go out and you get that doing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, delicious meal.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So, Colonel, I mean, I had a beautiful time getting to see the land and understanding the culture as far as the journey from the ancient days, from what I learned as a schoolboy. So for myself as a Jamaican youth, being here is empowering. This is like being in Africa. This is Freetown. Right here, you're in Freetown right now. Granny Nanny passed away of natural causes during the 18th century. This is her monument here in Moortown.
Monument to the great, the indomitable.
So Nanny is resting here?
Not necessarily under this monument here because there's nobody buried under here, but she's resting behind the monument.
Oh, she's
here,
resting behind the monument.
Yeah. So all around, it is the cemetery. And that's the river that we went to a while ago, right?
Yes.
So Nanny was buried right in this one here.
No stones, right?
No stones right there, but we're not putting no concrete on them because they never had any concrete. We try to keep them as much as they were in an original way.
The traditional music and dance of the Maroons is called the Cromanti. It's their spiritual language. I was blessed to finish my journey here, invited to play the drum, dance and celebrate Nanny with her other children, Yahweh Yaneme. Yeah, man. Oh, thank you, man.
Try.
Amazing. Oh, yeah. Well, you have good fingers. After the break, I'll make you discover injera, a traditional Ethiopian dish. We're now driving back to Kingston. After meeting Nanny and the Colonel, I wanted to take you deeper into our African roots, all the way back to Ethiopia.
You can see the majesty here. Yes. With this chalice right here. This is Marcus Garvey lighting his chalice right here. Yes. This is Nanny.
For us Rastafari, Ethiopia is Zion, the promised land, a sacred place of freedom, peace, and unity. And there's no better place in Jamaica to experience the Ethiopian cuisine than at Cafe Africa.
I'm going to cook an Ethiopian dish, the traditional injera, with the help of my brethren, Stephen.
Hey, pleasure.
So Ro is going to try and make one of these. Boy, I tell you, this is a guarded tradition. Because even at Cafe Africa, you know, we gotta find the Ethiopians who are here to come and help us make this.
Sure.
Boys, now let's wash your hands for you, bro.
We do the traditional way. Yes. All right. So this is 100% teff or is a mixture?
This is teff mixed with a little wheat.
Teff is a love grass species native of Ethiopia. The seeds are used to make flour. It's the African buckwheat, isn't it?
Jamaicans aren't so familiar with the sour taste
Of the teff?
Yeah, so we gotta stretch it out a little better.
Oh, sweet. Let's do it.
So Stephen, tell us about the name of this and how would it be eaten over there? Is it like a
This is injera. This is the main staple in Ethiopia. They've been eating this for centuries, you know. And it's quite a cultural experience.
It's manna. We would say, you know, and the way we eat in Ethiopia, we share, you know. So that's why the injera is so big because it has a lot of toppings, a lot of things that goes with that. I'm looking forward to that.
One of the amazing things, some Jamaicans find it a culture shock, but I remember Abuna Ishak used to do this because it's a big compliment in Ethiopia for someone to take up the food and put it in your mouth. You know? And Jamaican people tend to be a little bit more conservative on certain things, so you know we're like, whoa, what you doing? But it's a big compliment, and Abuna Ishak used to do it all the time.
But the compliment would come from, like, the tradition starts in the house. So it's your grandfather, your father, and then also the priest. So it's like a priest thing or a batawe that, you know.
This is a special pot for making injera because it's not like a pancake that you can flip.
Right.
You know, you got to bake it on one side, so it has to be covered so that the heat bounces off of the cover and bakes the side that's up too. Right. And then you take it up one time, you know. Sure. The trick is to know when to take it up. You try to take it up too early, it's all over.
Right. I've never really had Ethiopian food in Jamaica from a cuisine.
Yeah.
Prepared like what I'm seeing here. How is it? What's the culture of the Ethiopian movement here as far as food goes, and what you're doing here in Jamaica?
Well, Cafe Africa, we started in 2011, and the idea was to bring authentic African cuisine here. We wanted to take advantage of the fact that Africa is a continent, so there are 54 different countries, 54 cultures, 54 cuisines. Here we do Ethiopian food 13 times a year, symbolic of the 13 months of the Ethiopian calendar. So Ethiopia is the heart of Africa to us. You know what I mean? It's the pharaoh, it's the lighthouse. Even the tricolors of Ethiopia, the green, yellow, and red, which a lot of African countries fly, is a salute to Ethiopia, which is the only country that maintained their independence continuously from time eternal, you know? So, what I know Ro likes is injera, so we have to do this specially for him today, you know, and we got some Ethiopian food coming up. So let's see him do his injera.
So I should pour around the rim, huh? Gotcha.
And try to kind of move fast with it because it might end on you. Slow down.
Oh man!
No, keep going. Don't give up.
Easy. It's like it teaches you patience.
Teaches you patience.
Yeah.
Teaches you patience. Teaches you patience.
Perfect.
Teaches you might run out on you. Teaches you patience. Might run out on you.
He's a pro, man. He's a pro.
Well, I didn't make up because in Abisha you have to make a perfect.
We're gonna make sure you eat that specific one. Right?
I did spill a little, but guess what?
That's pretty perfect.
So we gotta tell them the story about when the Bahata we used to make an injera at the house.
The Batawis are hermit monks, holy men of Ethiopia.
So I have a story for you, Stephen. So while I'm in Ethiopia, right, and every day I eat injera. But when I first got to Ethiopia, I needed to find somewhere to live. Should I cover the pot?
Yes, yes. That's the real sign of good injera, when they call it the eyes. When the eyes are open.
So I'm in Ethiopia, right? So my first thing is I'm decided to have my own house. I get a house, I rent a house. This is a really nice house, but I couldn't furnish the house. So only place we had furniture was in my bedroom, and Joseph had his bedroom, and I had the Batawe. The priest, he had his own room upstairs because he'll teach us how to pray and fast and all these things.
Right.
So one day I was like, you know what? I need to make my own injera because I want my injera to taste like the traditional injera, you know? So I went to the market, Joseph and I, and found an old stove, an old injera stove that you have to use to cook with coal. So then, the first thing is I came there and the stove had like a little vent. So it was like kind of, when I cooked the injera, it was like darkening up the place.
Right.
So the Batawi, the monk, he lives in a hut. He comes to the place, he's like, Rohan, Joseph. Yeah. He's like, Rohan, you have this nice house. What kind of backyard stove is that? I'm like, what you mean? I'm like, Batawi, I like the flavor. I need the real deal. He says, no, get a gas stove. It's my, wow. No,
nice job.
Wow.
Nice
but
job.
You forgot what the Bahata, what y'all said. He said, Rohan, it's not the stove, it's the woman's heart who cooks it, right?
Yes.
Because he loved with wood stove and churro
yes.
and injera.
In Ethiopia, you rarely see the men making the injera.
Right. Yes, so it's a knife.
You want to kind of pick it up and slide that underneath it. Yeah. Aha. Let's push this on, then you can, yeah.
Coming up, will I ever get that injera off the pan?
You don't want to move that.
I'm excited to eat this. If this is the first time you hear about injera, or if you never tasted Zion's food, cook it at home or go to your local Ethiopian restaurant. Melkam Megeb.
Can't wait to taste what I just made, bro. Injera shinin. Injera shinin.
Injera. My first.
Injera is traditionally served with a variety of toppings called wat or stew, and you use torn pieces of injera to eat them. Since I don't eat meat, this one is by Yeneto. The Ital injera. It comes with misura wat, a spicy, delicious red lentil stew, aki alicha, a split pea dish cooked in turmeric sauce, beet salad, atakiwolt, a spicy vegetable stew with cabbage, carrot, potato, and green beans. Shiro is a stew made from ground chickpea, cooked with oil and a blend of spices, onion, garlic, and ginger. Timatim salad, a refreshing mix of tomatoes, garlic, and onions. Last but not least, abishago men, sauteed kalaloo with spices, Ethiopian style.
Bro, your injera is in there, man.
Okay, is in this mix?
It's in the rolls on the side.
Oh, great.
So Ethiopian food is eaten communally. You know, we wash our hands, we break bread together, we eat together. You use the injera to pick up the food, and everybody shares from the same plate. So, fascinating culture and something Jamaicans need to do more of.
I'm gonna add a little bit of this right there. Those are names.
This guy's Ethiopian in his heart, but he's Jamaican in his palate. Walk with his pepper.
So, brother, thank you for preparing this excellent meal for us, you know? But here's what I want to get into with you, because as nice as you are, as simple as you present yourself, you're a man of great knowledge, and a man come from a lovely family that that's been, you know, leading this country for many, many moons, and been in not only leadership role but supporting role also. Tell me something. What's it like to be the son of the former Prime Minister Bruce Golden?
People always ask me that question, you know, and I've always honestly said I don't really know how to answer the question because that's my father, you know, that's the person I've known. I don't know what it's like to be somebody else's son.
I say the same thing, so, I wouldn't hear it.
So,
but even though...
But I'll tell you this.
Wait, Stephen. I gotta chime in. Even though I say the same thing, I have an answer, just like you're gonna tell us now. So go ahead, Stephen.
I mean, their expectations, their perceptions. I lived for 12 years in the United States when I was studying. And I used to say to myself, one thing I appreciated about living in America is that I could be Joe Schmo Negro, you know? In Jamaica, it's such a small island. We all know each other. Everybody knows somebody. So for a young man growing up who wanted to experiment with life and get into different things, you always have to be conscious of the family that you're from and what you're representing out there, you know? So that was a hang-up for me as a kid. But you grow to appreciate the good with the bad, you know? Family brings a lot of connections, a lot of network, a lot of opportunities. So, you know, you just got to pay the piper, you know?
Sure.
But for the period I lived away from this country, where nobody knew who my father was or who I was, I think those were the years that I really experienced life without any sort of apprehensiveness, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I experienced life. Go out and live life, people.
You know something? To add to your point, it's the same situation with myself at the University of Miami playing football. They didn't care who my dad was. They actually thought I wasn't Bob's son. Because, you know, he had no relation to music, you know. So not only are you of great status as far as your father and yourself, but you've taken on the responsibility of being the president of the UNIA. Can you tell me, what is UNIA?
The UNIA is the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League, which is the organization that Marcus Garvey founded here in 1914. It was the organization that he took to the United States and launched a global platform which made him really the first black icon in the Western Hemisphere. The influence that he had in terms of Pan-Africanism on subsequent historical figures like Bob Marley, you know, like Leonard Howell and others. I felt Marcus Garvey was really the person who put forward the best plan in terms of improvement for our race to empower us, but it's based on our collectivity. You know, Haile Selassie called it collective security. That smaller nations who had fallen behind due to whatever, colonialism, slavery, etc., their best way to leapfrog, if I can use that term, I got a 5-year-old, was to combine their energies and work together. And so while we have individual black families who have been successful now, as a collective, we're still not successful enough. But on a bigger level, we need to get governments of independent black nations to be more Afro-conscious and Afro-centered. And we have to recognize that in this country, Jamaica, we're over 90% African descendant. Can't deny it.
Some of my father's songs like Exodus, Africa Unite, and Redemption Song are inspired by Marcus Garvey's ideas. He also believed in unity of African people throughout the world. After the break, I'll introduce you to Jamaica's next track and field superstar. Brenna Liston is a 100 and 200 meter sprinter from St. Jago High School. At 12 years old, she broke the 200 meter record at Jamaica's legendary champs.
Brenna Liston responds to her brilliantly and covers the Edwin Allen athlete in blue. Brenna Liston runs a fantastic curve and transitions beautifully in the straightaway. Will she go for the record? Tina Clayton has been blown away, so is the rest of the field. This is a superb effort coming in from Brenna Liston. Look at the clock. It's a wonderful performance.
With a 23.47 seconds race, it was the first time ever a girl her age ran under 24 seconds since the creation of champs in 1972. She is Jamaica's track and field future. Mark my words.
So listen, today is track and field day, and we're gonna go support Brianna, our next superstar track girl. So I got shirts for everybody. Joseph, Wyman, Marlon.
Bro, I'm in full support of Brianna myself, and I will cheer for her, but I can't wear St. Jago colors, bro.
Why?
I'm original Jamaica College.
Wait, hold on a second. So you're telling me you can't support our next creed? It's not about the colors. We're supporting her.
The first thing I said was, I'm going to support Brianna 100%. But to be wearing St. Jago's colors at a track meet, I just can't do that, my brother. Go Jago, go Brianna, but I can't wear your colors. I'm Jamaica College. I just don't do that.
That's ridiculous. What happens when JC and Brianna is in the same race?
JC and Brianna cannot be in the same race.
Why?
We don't have a co-ed school.
Oh, you went to all boys school?
Yeah.
No wonder you can't support the co-eds.
That's JC. Brianna, go.
Where Marlon says, scrap that. Let's go San Diego. Well, you know, this week. Yeah, let's talk about it. Beautiful opportunity. I had a chance to. I was kind of racing her a little bit. She was warming up.
I can try to jog up with him if you want me to jog up.
Sure, you can give her one repetition.
One try.
Yeah, man, cool.
I started off like my first 5 steps. We got it recorded, so you can't like say I'm lying. My first 5 steps, I was right with her, you know? I felt good. But at one point, I was trying to like say I'm gonna like challenge her a little bit. And of course, she's not gonna let that.
Big mistake.
At one point, she just turned into another gear, and I was like really running to say I'm gonna try and catch up to her. It was like, oh man, no way.
She run like a cheetah, bro. Brianna is like a cheetah.
Jump. Man, that was great. And then when I was running, right, I only ran up to where we were. The coach is like, no, you need to finish. I'm like, what? There you go. There's the opportunity right now. Go ahead, Marlon. This place was founded in 1931. There you go.
Sir, how can I think that? So it could be salt and bitter.
I recognize you, and I think I recognize this man here too. This is the great
Marlon Stewart.
Winner in 1970.
Running is a part of our culture. The youths them start running as soon as they start walking. Growing up competing in high-stakes situations with sometimes a crowd up to 30,000 people. They're made for the Olympics.
Come on, Lisa! Come on, Lisa!
Irvin Watts in Excelsior, Trevon Irvin of boys class 2, Kevon Lammy, Jay Adams, and
Most of Jamaican's high school offer rigorous athletic programs, producing some of the best sprinters in the world. Legends such as Asafa Powell, Shelley and Fraser Price, and Usain Bolt inspire the youths of our country to reach out to international success. My son Nico's an athlete, and since he's in Kingston, I told him to come to the race with us.
Jordan,
You lost some weight.
Huh?
You lost some weight.
You did too.
About 500 meters to go now for the girls on track holding 3,000 meters open.
And the final Excelsior.
Class 3 girls, 150 meters. Presentation being made by Rohan Marley. In first place.
Now for the gold medal for the champion. Congratulations, you've done a great job. Perfect. Ah. Yo, that's what Jamaican track and field's all about. See that?
There you go. Neil.
Josephine.
Yeah, let's better, but bring out the food.
Yo, what you guys talking about? I know you've been to Africa. I know Roots
Exactly.
to Africa.
Yeah.
This is an African restaurant.
Yeah.
It would be rude if we wash hands before
Okay,
we
so
eat.
no problem. Ethiopian style.
Yeah, Joe.
Hey, say Joe. Yeah, King Man still. The greatest of kings was once the greatest of servants.
You're right, brother Joe.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
You're gonna bring it to Marlon.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh, well, man. Thank you so much for bringing it, brother.
Respect, Joe.
Mr. Marley.
I need something to drink. All right, so you guys have masala and ndizi with kachumbari and a loco.
Kachumbari.
A loco is, spice plantain. It have a little chili on it. That's fried fish with fried green bananas.
Yeah.
This is an Egyptian vegetarian dish, kosheri. It has lentils, rice, pasta, spicy tomato vinaigrette.
Any butter, anything like that?
No butter.
Okay, great.
And fried onions on top.
Sure. Vegan?
Except for the fish.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you, Joe.
Give thanks. Wait, Joe, you really serving today, huh?
Yeah, so if you can't learn to serve, then you can never be a king.
The service is pretty good.
Joe was good, but Wildman had an attitude, bro.
Yeah, I think I was getting a break, you know?
At least he has on his San Diego shirt.
You know, I learned from Bob Marley one time. He said, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say anything.
I am thankful for this historical journey, humbled by Nanny and her free people, uplifted by Marcus's idea of unity, and hopeful for Jamaica's future.